But I'm about to blow you away. These are the most beautiful flowers I have ever offered, that I've ever owned. And I can say that because it is absolutely true. These are hibiscus like you have never seen. And I have seen and lived in Florida. I've been to Hawaii. I've been to all those places. These flowers are the biggest blooms on a hibiscus I have ever seen. And not only that, it's called the Velvet Crush. It's a very hardy hibiscus. The blooms keep coming and coming and coming. We're gonna give you both of them, the pink as well as this really rich, beautiful red. The leaves are so beautiful and rich and deep, dark green. But let me tell you, I wish I could just show you all of the buds on here. The flowers are spectacular. You almost want to get a measuring tape out and measure them. Rochelle Grayer is joining us. You know I'm obsessed with these. You know I asked for these to be in my show because
yes, I do.
Quick story, which is my mom was homebound towards the end of her life. I bought her these, and frankly, it comes like this. I'm walking over here, sorry guys.
Yeah.
This is how it comes. I will tell you, I had a little doubt, okay?
Right.
I put it in the ground.
Not surprising.
I put it in the ground, and I'm telling you, this thing started sprouting so fast and started immediately blooming. And it got to be this big in a matter of, I swear, I think it was 6 months or something. And so many blooms. My mom would just get wheeled to the front door every day so she could see that hibiscus. We'd clip a couple, bring them in, put them in some water. The next day she'd go out and she's like, I think I'm gonna count them. There's so many blooms, Rochelle.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this.
These are really fantastic. Honestly, before we started offering them here on HSN, I had never grown them either. And I was surprised to find many things. First of all, those blooms are legit. They are massive. I live up here in Boston. Who would have thought you could have such a beautiful tropical bloom in Boston? But they're a native plant up and down the East Coast and across the country. So you can actually grow these very easily, in fact, and they're actually good for the environment around you, being that they're native plants supporting lots of local wildlife to you. But look at those blooms. Those are first of all, you're going to get blooms the first year. These shrubs are going to get about 3 to 4 feet tall. They will get bigger and bushier with every additional year. My first year, I had like 3 or 4 or 5 stems. Then after that, I've gotten more and more and more. But these blooms are literally something, you know, people have told me that, you know, they have like a 40-mile-an-hour road in front of their house, and people stop and ask them what, you know, they notice them, or that they notice their neighbors had some literally on the other side of a lake. Like that's how big these blooms are. They really are quite eye-catching. If you don't want that sort of thing in your yard, do not plant them. This is something that is just going to be that wow moment, a focal point, and really something that you're going to awe over, no matter where you live, which, again, I have to just reiterate, you know, you're down in Florida, I'm up here in Boston, we can both grow these. This is what's the really amazing thing about them. They're hardy throughout basically the lower 48. They do come like this. When you get them out of the bag, they're going to feel like kind of like carrots, like a little weird. And you put it in the ground.
I know.
You put it in the ground, carrot side down. There's a woody part on top, and off they go. They are going to bloom later in the summer. So if you have an area that maybe needs some color, sort of like late July, August into September, that's when they're going to reach their full peak. And then they're going to literally start doing this year in and year out. These are perennials, so they're going to keep coming back for you every year. And they do come with that 1-year guarantee, so that, you know, if you have any trouble first year, but also all the way into the second year, you know, like a year from when you know, it arrives. That's how long you've gotten to really get that replacement money back guarantee from Leaf and Petal. And I just want to say, these are all shipping mostly right now. If we could put the map up really quick, these are going to come to you according to this shipping map. But I just want to point out, most people are shipping right now, except for just the top couple areas, you know, like where I live is shipping next week, and then a couple after that. When it arrives is when you should plant it. So it's going to ship right away for most of you.
Stick it in the ground. Stick it in the ground. It is
just that simple.
It is just so simple to grow, and this is no exaggeration what you're seeing. These things get huge. The bush and the plant spreads out, so if you're doing like a hedge look for it, if you're filling a planter in the front like I did, then you just want 3 or 4 of them, and that's all you need. But every day, every day, it gave my mother such joy, and especially because people would stop. I'm not kidding. It's exactly what you said, Rochelle.
Yeah.
People stop and say, what is that? And we're like, hibiscus. They're like, no, no, it's not. I have hibiscus. These things are, they almost reminded me of paper mache flowers because they were so oversized. And I kept thinking, you know what? I mean, it can't possibly. It is the most beautiful hibiscus, maybe the most beautiful flower I have ever seen. And not only that, the blooms, every day you had so many blooms that it was just crazy. My mom had her caregivers coming out and it's like, could we take a few? I'm like, sure, go ahead, you know, because there's more coming. It was just an exceptional experience that really, truly, you will, if you love flowers, this is something that you have never experienced. I've only seen it one other part of the country, actually, which was in Martha's Vineyard. And I was walking along and I was like, oh my God, I know what these are. It was, and the people were on the front porch, and I was like, oh my God, I know what you have. And they're like, aren't they crazy cool? I'm like, yes, they are. Just amazing.
Yeah, no, they are very cool. These are real problem solvers too. I just want to say they like a wet area. So, you know, we all kind of have that little area that doesn't drain all that well. This is the plant for that area. They're native to swamps and bogs and stuff. So they especially love the wetness. So if you're looking for anything that way too, it's just going to make them even bigger and even better.
Look at these. They're such fast growers and blooms on your very first season. Rochelle, it's one of my all-time favorite things. I thank you, and my mother thanks you. She gave her such joy towards the end of her life. Beautiful. You get the pink and you get the rose. You get both of these for $34.95. And we have lots of garden specials because it's good to grow and we like to make it so easy for you. So a lot of your plants right now are on free shipping and handling till the end of the month only. And you know what? Times are running out. So if you can, do a little bit of shopping for those plants. You have never seen any